Hello friends, welcome to the first episode that is Create and Manage User within Azure Active Directory by Azure Made Simple. Topics that would be covered today as a part of this small series were Azure users and user types, Azure user management, and the demonstration of the user creation. So, what are Azure Active Directory users? So, any user who needs to access Azure resource needs to have a Azure account. This enables Azure Active Directory to create an access token and authorize the user, as well as to contain all the necessary information that would be needed to authenticate the user during the sign-on process. What are different type of Azure Active Directory users? Basically, there are three types of users. It could be cloud identities, it could be directory synchronized identities, or guest users. What are cloud identities? These are the users that are already present in Azure Active Directory. This could be external Azure Active Directory or the current Azure Active Directory itself. The second are the directory synchronized identities. So, see for example, an organization wants to create or manage access for the on-premise users. So, they are also having a Windows Active Directory in their on-premise, and the Azure Active Directory provides a provision via Azure AD Connect to synchronize the user so that the user will not be required to maintain two different passwords for signing on. Third, the guest users. Say, for example, if you want an external organization to have access to your cloud subscription, in that case, you can have guest users created for them. Moving on to the live demonstration. See you there. Welcome back to the live demonstration of creating the user. So here I'm running my subscription on a free trial. As you can see, for creating a user, what you'll have to do is you have to go to the Azure Active Directory, go to manage users. By default, this is the default directory for me, and you can see the tenant information here. I have the license as Azure AD Premium 2, and this is my tenant ID. What I'll go to users. I have two users already, which is myself. So I have the provision of creating a new user and creating a guest user. What I'll do, I'll go ahead and create a new user. Here I'll have two options with me: creating a user or inviting a user. If I'll invite a user, the options will change. It will ask me for an email address, and we can send a personal message, and the user will be getting a message from where the user can register himself or herself. Second is a create user, right? This user would be created on Azure Active Directory. So what I'll do, I'll go with this option. I'll create a test user 1. Name is test user 1. Password, there are two options: auto generated. Let me create. I'll go ahead and create a complex one. Okay, looks good. Groups and roles, we are going to leave it for now. We'll be covering in further sessions. There are few settings: block sign in or usage location. So block sign in will block the usage of the user that you are creating, and usage location will make sure that user is able to access Azure resources only from a particular location. So here the country names comes in. So what I'll just leave the job title and department as it is, and I'll go ahead and create a user. So if you see, I was successfully able to create a user, test user 1. As you can see, I can get the information about the test user here, test username and object ID and so on. Similarly, what we can do is now we'll go ahead and test whether we are able to log in with this user. So I'll go ahead. I'll enter the test user. It will ask me for password. Since this is the first time login that I am doing with the newly created user, it will ask me to update the password as a security standpoint. So I'll enter a complex new password and I'll try signing in. Okay, oops, sorry for that. I'll try signing in with my new password. So now the password is updated and now I'm successfully able to log in. If you can see, I'm not having the access because it is trying to open a resource group which I'm not yet allocated to. But if I go to home, I am able to access the Azure portal. So this is how you can go ahead and create a new user in the Azure Active Directory. In the further sessions, we'll see how to create groups and add users to the groups. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe and comment. This is Azure Made Simple signing off.